all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Broncos going up against the Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland. So we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay at Oakland, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18. Hey, we're going to rally.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
Second down following the run.
Here we go. Red 18. Red, we're going to rally. Zebra. We ready? Red 18. Red 18. Oh, baby, alert. Alert.
From the gun, it's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. All right, here we go.
Carr now on first down. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second down and just 1. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles. But you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go. Wide and 8. Hey, we're going to rally. Rally.
They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And now it's second down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. So 2nd and 10 here. Shotgun now for Carr. And Roberts with it over the middle. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over. A former Cal Bear now, C.J. Anderson on the carry. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. Here's the offense, and you got to talk about the guy that they nicknamed Bebe, Charles Demarius Thomas.
You worry about him catching the ball, but you worry more about what he does after the catch. Big, strong, physical. He makes plays downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They're going to look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And he motions the wide receiver. They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders, and now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The whole group of Raiders there that time helped bring him down. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, they picked up a first down for him, too.
Now back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to air one out. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this one's incomplete. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Brandon Marshall, no, not the wide receiver, a quality linebacker who can cover very well.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go. Wide and yank. Wide and yank. Hey, we're going to rally. Rally.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. This one caught left side by Cooper. And a gain there of 11 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They come out here in the eye. Carr now to throw. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Carr to throw again. And this is caught. It's Cooper. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what they play man coverage against you. He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Following the penalty, Anderson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe to be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense. Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 15 that time, and it'll be good for a Denver first down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. One receiver left, 2 to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line...
And Owen coughed it up. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. First carry for the former Florida State man. It's Carlos Williams. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Here we go. Wide and Yates. Zebra.
So now it's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. 3rd down and goal from the 6. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
This is where it gets fun because this is a big decision coming up. Listen to the crowd. You can tell they've already made their decision. You know they want them to go for it. But the big decision does rest with the head coach. What will he decide to do?
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. All right, here we go. Red 18. Stop your body. Hey, we're going to rally.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And it's good to make it 14-0. as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On play action, they'll throw. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
They'll run the option left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And that one makes it 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. All right, here we go. Wide.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw, it's Carr. Finding time. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to...
C.J. Anderson! And all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Now it's Patterson. And it's It's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Carr. And Wilson has it. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Carr. He's got it. This is Ware. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
To throw is Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and with the receiver. Trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Again, it's Carr. This will be caught at about the 3. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
it is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Carlos Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. On the direct snap, this is Anderson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Another pistol look here. They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Throwing now is Carr, and it's caught over the middle. Wilson. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Shift together here from the D-line.
No. Here we go. Red 18. Zebra. Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. Here we go. Wide at the 8. Hold on, baby. Switch.
Now Carr throwing on second down. He's got time. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
In the red zone this time. They come out here in the I. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The Pro Bowler, Chris Harris, is in on the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down following the run. They come up in an offset I. On second down, Williams. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Marquise Wilson, the one he was trying to get it to. And that brings up 4th down.
It's not just the offensive linemen and the guys charged with protecting him that take it personally. When the franchise quarterback is dropped on the ground, it runs through the whole organization from the owner all the way down.
It's like every single time he goes down, everyone holds their breath.
Not only do they hold their breath, but they feel the hit as well. They're just trying to think of ways for it not to happen again.
So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They pitch it out to Anderson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're not going to play the this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Cooper, the man in motion right. Now Williams running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go. Wide and yay. Baby, alert.
In motion, Patterson. On play action. Now Carr. Wilson snags it left side. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And the wideout in motion. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. He finds Roberts, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Seth Roberts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. In the backfield is Anderson. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. On 2nd down, Anderson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. 3rd down now following the run. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Here's Simeon, and he's got his man on the out route. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Desperation time for Simeon on 4th. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Carr going to look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Hey, we're going to rally. We ready? Wide and yank. Wide and yank, baby. Alert. Alert.
Carr now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky. So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Can't find anyone open. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on fourth down. Carr going to go on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Back to throw, Simeon. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On second down, here's Simeon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long. Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon. Deep drop. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Carr going to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. To throw his Carr. He'll rifle this one deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out in the pistol. After the interception, here's Simeon. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he puts it through. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
We ready?
Carr going to look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. In motion, Patterson. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they're really trying to build something. Beginning of the year, they said they thought 8 wins was a number to reach to call this season a success. And this win means they got there.
I like where you went with that. Building something. Not every team is going to be equipped to win 10, 12, 14 games in a season. Know your team, know your personnel. Now that they've accomplished that goal.